So first is other integrations. So now generally in live environment or in ServiceNow projects, if I want to integrate one platform to another platform, okay, it can be a data source import set transform map. Correct. So here, what are the examples you can say? Okay, AD integration you can say. Okay, and your general integration you can say, or you have a server LDAP integration. AD means LDAP integration. Okay, or you have a server, you directly connected that server to get the data. That also you can tell. And you can have a simple example like, okay, you have been provided the data from other platform administrator. The data you are loading it and then transforming it with some logics, with some validations. That is also integration. Correct? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is first,
Yeah, we can say.
yeah, this is the first way of seeing the integration. Second way of is, okay, API based. Okay, maybe API whenever I say API, it's a endpoint. The link that you used, okay, to make the connection is called as endpoint. Okay, so using web services, you can call it also as, okay, web services, API, endpoint, typically REST or SOAP. Okay, so you have the endpoint will expose, and the endpoint, when you trigger it, it will do some job. Either it will create a record, it will get the records from there, okay, it will delete the record, all the CRUD operations it will do. Using that endpoint, you do the integration. Okay, this is clear, ma? Second thing.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So if it is clear, okay, there is the example you can say instance to instance integration. Okay, and maybe you can just see endpoint based. I will give you one or two samples now. Okay, that those also you can keep it if you understood them. Okay, but you will see. Okay, these are very important points. Okay, third one is so I have one requirement. First, what I see is I will go and see in the ServiceNow documentation for this particular requirement. Do ServiceNow provide any inbuilt plugins? Okay, ServiceNow is a rapidly growing tool. Okay, and it try to make as much compatible as possible to connect with other platforms with respect to integrations. Okay, if it needed, then it will create a plugin. Now there is something called integration hub. Integration hub, it have one application using integration hub. It gives, okay, all the plugins. Jira plugin, Jira will be there. Some many will be there. Okay, to connect to any particular thing. Okay, you have some plugin, you have some connector. We call it as connector. Okay, or Jira connector, you can call it as something, whatever it is. But plugins will be provided by ServiceNow. You only need to configure one time, and once you configure it, the connection will be built, and whatever you want to do, you can do. Okay, so this is third way that you normally use to set the integrations. Is that clear? My plugins are integration hub, you can say.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and there is one more called e-bonding integration. That is also kind of integration hub only, kind of. Okay, so e-bonding also you heard somewhere, e-bonding integration. Okay, but that is also same. Whatever you use it, okay, okay, even if it is a plugin, even if it is a integration, okay, they will be using only these concepts. Okay, let's say you install one plugin. Okay, the plugin, let's say I will tell you one example now. That example is very important example. Okay, I will give you one video also. Okay, there is one tool called SCCM. Okay, System Center Configuration and Management. Okay. So this tool, anyone have any idea about this tool?
Yeah, I have.
You have it. Others who doesn't know this?
No, sir. No.
So
No, sir.
no problem. SCCM, okay. Generally in IT environment, let's say a company have 50,000 users. Okay. So when the users users will be using computers. Okay. The computers, it can be either Windows or Mac. Correct. So if it is Windows based computers, right? Generally these people will be using so many applications. Example, Office, Acrobat, Reader, SAP applications, HANA applications, any HR applications, general their company specific applications. Okay, so the users will be using applications. So how the applications will be installed in those computers? Okay, using a deployment tool called SCCM. SCCM is one of the deployment tool and it is one of the very important tool because it's from Microsoft. Okay, earlier it was from SMS company, SMS. Okay, and Microsoft brought it and then they started adopting it and it is also improved. Okay, SCCM is the tool where you use to deploy the applications to computers. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, applications and patches also updates.
Yeah, software deployment, software upgrade,
Okay,
OS deployment,
yeah,
hardware, software
everything.
inventory.
It is,
Yes.
yeah, I'm making it very simple, but it have its own, okay, image. Okay, you can create an image, everything. Okay, now every month your computer will be getting Microsoft updates if you are running with the Microsoft OS, correct? Generally in our personal computer we will go and make, okay, update and then it will update it. But in live environment, will you do? No. Okay. The system SCCM administrator, they download it and automatic deployment rule they will say ADR. Okay. In the ADR they will mention it. Okay. In this sequence, install this 10 updates. Okay. Then they will push it. Once they push it, okay, it will go to all the 50,000 computers and then install it. Okay, so it's a every month activity. Okay, or if they want to install one application, let's say HR people, HR, there are 5,000 people from HR department. They need one application, employee center, physical application. So we download it, we customize it, and then we create a SCCM application, and then we deploy it to those 5,000 users. Okay. So either way, the simple definition of SCCM is to deploy the applications or updates to the Windows computers. It is only for Windows for now. Okay, keep it limited here. Fine, till this point. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, in ServiceNow, in which table the computer information will store? CMDB underscore CI underscore computer. Computer. Okay. And in ServiceNow, in which table general application information will store? CMDB. Okay. CI APPL application table. Okay. My requirement is, okay, my data is available in SCCM. What data? The applications that my company is using, the total number of computer belongs to co- that belongs to the organization. Those two information is available in the SCCM. Now I want to get that information and then I need to map to the respective tables. This is my requirement. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Everyone,
Yes, sir.
the last point is clear, ma?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Clear, right? Everyone, anyone didn't understand? Anyone didn't understand any point? Please let me know, ma. Quickly. Okay, understood. Okay. Now, this is your requirement. So, you need to build the logic, you need to build the integration. Okay, so if you are a developer, what you do, you don't first, what you do is first you go to, okay, ServiceNow documentation and say, okay, ServiceNow SCCM integration, you see. Okay, so you already have some information. Very good. Open it. And if you have patience, go through it and then understand it and then build it. Okay, so that is one way generally architects or developers will do. Okay, we don't know anything. We will learn things and then do. Fine. So here they are telling these are the plugins currently supported by SCCM version. Just so there are 3 plugins are available in ServiceNow. Okay, and if you go to plugins, right, and you click this one and type SCCM here. Okay, right. So deprecated, old versions are deprecated. You see the latest version here. Okay, here. Where is that? My SCCM 2016 will be there. I think I already installed it. Is that so? I installed one. Or is that not showing correctly? It will show ma. Maybe if you try now, you see 2016, 2012, 2000 something. Okay. Where is the one which I installed? Is also one question. Installed. Give me 1 second. SCCM. I didn't install.
We can check in plugin history.
No, there. I can check it. But I'm sure I installed it. Okay. So let's say, okay. So I want this one. Okay. So where is that? I want this one. Okay. So I will install it. The installation will take some time. Okay. I'm using 2012 SCCM version. Okay. So I'm installing it. I need to see. Okay. Maybe they deprecated and then they started giving it in integration hub. But I'm installing it anyway. Yeah. No, it is there.
So, sir, most of the companies not using SCM nowadays. So they go to
Who said?
Intune.
Intune. Intune is also Microsoft tool, no, you know.
Yes,
Intune
yes.
is advanced tool, but doesn't mean like it needed. My still this one is there.
Yes, SCCM is there.
Be activated. Okay. What?
SCCM is there even in my company also. SCCM is working
SCCM
like
is a
it is.
global tool, ma. Yes.
Yes.
Why, ma? Why this kind of this one given sudden surprise to me? I installed.
Maybe they convert into integration hub because we can see ServiceNow SCCM integration hub. So
That's what I am thinking now.
mhm.
If I show that now, it is confusing. Okay, integration hub. I didn't install it. I think. I installed it. Okay. So see, no problem. Okay. So see, I will show you the different ways. I will also give the video also. Okay. Uh, we'll finish the concept first. I will also give one document, not ServiceNow document, but this one I think with screenshots. Looks like it is not there, ma. It's no longer supported. Something I read it just now. Hmm. Okay. So see here, if you see this particular box, okay, it is like a virtual concept. I will give a one video also. You can also see from there. Okay, but try to understand the concept. Okay, so see, once you install the plugin, you see something like this integration Microsoft SCCM. I think they changed it now, but one second. Do I need to install it? SCCM, no, SCCM, computer data, new. That is changed, deprecated. Same, it is coming like this. So once you install the plugin, there is a plugin earlier. Okay, now they changed it. Okay, you once you install that plugin or something, you see like this now. Okay, 2016. If your version is, if your
So in live environment, do they charge for getting?
they will charge. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so if you are using SCCM 2016 no, or 2012 or 2007, okay, the server SCCM server name you will be having it. So in ServiceNow, once you install it, you get this one. Okay, and you have this setup. Okay, once you click this 2016, you see something called setup. Okay, if you see the setup, you will be open with this particular box. Here, you are mentioning the server name of SCCM and the authentication thing and mid server. It is same like data source. The data source also, if you see ODBC, you will mention the data server name, database name, and all right. Similarly, SCCM database will be having one name. Okay, that name and that details you are giving in SCCM setup. Is that clear, ma? First point. Yes, no, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Once
Yes,
you
sir.
do this, na, then what will happen is, see here. Once the test data connection, okay, you may have an option like test it. Okay, like this. If you test it, it will tell you like whether you are able to connect to this database with the credentials that you passed it here via mid server. If you given mid server, yes, via mid server. Okay. Once you are done with that, okay. Now next one, see here, integrations, Microsoft SCCM import, schedule import. Okay. Schedule imports where we seen
In LDAP
in the LDAP
integration.
integration we seen are data source imports a transform app. Once you do this, okay, you can schedule it also. So typically what will happen is once you set up this one, you will get data sources. Okay, it will give you so many data sources, one for computers, one for applications, one for users. Okay, so you will get close to nine or 10. uh, there is one more document, no, very nice document. Okay, I will get it. So you will get some data sources, same like LDAP you get two. Okay, in the data sources, na, see here, this is one of the data source. You are scheduling it. Okay, once the setup is done, you get one data source like SCCM 2016 computer identity. If you open the data source and load, na, you will get the computer's data from SCCM. You got it, ma? This point you got it? The schedule, they in this example, what they are doing is they are scheduling this data source every week, okay, every month or one every day. But there is a data source created. That point you are able to recognize,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So that
So
Yes, sir.
SCCM is bunch of data sources, sir.
once you set up that particular server, SCCM will give you so many data sources. One for computer, one for users,
Using.
one for group, one for applications. Okay, what is your
Yes.
job is you set up one time. Okay, here you set up the data. This is the only simple step, ma. These details will be provided by SCCM administrator. Okay, one time you do, next time you go to ServiceNow and then say SCCM. Okay, that if you say data sources, you see SCCM data sources also. So many data sources. Okay, if you just go here and then say you see so many SCCM based data sources. Okay, if you just type it here, something like this, you see this one, what you are seeing in the image. Okay,
Yeah.
this one. Where is that? Here. Along with this, you also see 10 more. Okay, 10 or 9 more. Okay. So after that, you load the data, you transform the data, you import. Like all the steps are same. You are getting it. So if you see here, you schedule it, you have a data source, and then you given the data source, and then you are running it. If you run it, the data will get it. Okay. Here it also gives these other data sources. See here, these are all the other data sources. Okay. One for software, one for computers, another for another. Now you got it, na? These are the things it will give you as the data sources.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So once you do this, you load the data, you transfer the data. That's what you do. And if you want to do anything extra, you write a script or you can do additional validations. Is that simple? Maybe this table is good table. See here with the table things also it given it. What imports a table it gives you. What target table you map to. Okay, computer. Okay, one example I take and application table where it is now. Where is software here? They didn't give software here. This one, no? No. SAM software install. They used some other tool.
Yeah, this one.
Hmm. There is one thing called application. Okay, if you want to capture an application also, you can use that. Okay, but you are getting the outer picture of this particular one, right? Yes, no,
Sir?
yes.
Yes, sir.